Hi, everybody. This is John with Culture Chat. So I'm reading a lot with these online, with a lot of these shows opening for the holiday season, that people are getting caught cutting their shows without permission. So I did have a video beforehand about cutting shows that were in the public domain with your dramaturg to make sure everything was copacetic and you're keeping track of all the plot. And that's cutting something that is in the public domain. When you're cutting something that is in the last 75 years, you need to get permission. Don't do it without. Now, a lot of the things are for holiday shows that are running too long. Well, start earlier and tell everybody. Have it on all your advertising, all your social media. This show starts at 7:30. Normally we start at 8. This show is this many hours long, 3 hours long, 2.5 hours long, and it starts early, 7:30. That'll be fine. It'll work that way. Now, if that's not a possibility for you, please have a speed through. Running the show as fast as you can, not with the songs, not with everything else, just running really quickly and enunciating. You'll find that the show, not only does it help you figure out parts that you can speed up and spaces you can get rid of, it also helps your actors remember every single line because they have to be on their game to be able to speed through a line as quickly as they can without looking at the script. And it really is excellent for memory. Now, in some places, it's called the Italian, which comes from Italian commedia, because when they would drive between cities for their shows, they would run the new show as quickly as they can while they were traveling. Also called the Greek, because they would run shows just to speed through before the show, every show. Who knows? It's a centuries old tradition that works extremely well. After your speed through, have a regular run through and see exactly how long your show really is. Maybe it's shorter than you thought, because in regular rehearsal, you're taking time for this and that and figuring out transitions, and you thought it was running far longer, and now it's an actual good pacing and it's a decent time. Now, if you need to cut, pardon me, even after your speed through and then your run through, figure out when you can overlap things and speed up the language, okay? When you can have language happening in transition. One person is leaving, saying the important line, one person is entering, saying the next important line. You get rid of a lot of airtime of where nothing is happening, nothing is being communicated if you do this in transitions. And I know a lot of you are thinking, how much time can I get rid of with just that? Not much. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. If you've watched shows like Gilmore Girls or Pushing Daisies, some things being delivered quickly, you still retain the plot, you still retain all the information. And think about holiday shows. Kids coming in to talk about Christmas presents, not every line has to be precious. Oh, mummy, I do want this. Have all the kids talk at once. It doesn't matter. Get rid of that time. Have people talk over each other. Have people interrupt each other when it's appropriate, giving these dramatic scenes the time you need so your show doesn't run that long. Now, those of you that are unwilling to do what I'm saying, that's fine. You may have other problems, and you may want to talk to the licensing company or the playwright to get rid of certain words that are now offensive. Maybe your play is 50 years old or even 20 years old, and now the term that they're using loosely about another type of people is now considered a slur. Well, you should talk to them about that. But I would go to the playwright saying, now this is a slur. Now this is a, maybe you didn't know, but in our area of the world, now this is considered a slur. And a lot of those playwrights, a lot of them, more than you think, have an updated word to get the meaning. Now, if somebody's calling somebody else a slur, that's part of your plot. You can't cut that. But if it's just in conversation thrown out, they're a that, they're a this, and they can be anything that, like the word Eskimo is now considered not correct. So don't use it. There are a lot of plays from the early 20th century where the Eskimo, the whole word Eskimo is the joke. That's not right. Just get rid of it. Okay? You may not think this is a big deal, but stop. It's not the plot, so just get rid of it and tell the playwright, in our area, this is a slur. We think this is a slur globally. We're getting rid of it. And they usually are fine with that. Now, don't just say, I'm not writing the licensing company or the playwright. We're just going to do it because we're so remote in our area, we can just get away with it. No, you'll get caught. And there's nothing like a cease and desist letter coming to your theater after you've done all that work to really upset your day. Really, don't do it. In the digital age, you will get caught, period. Some critic will find you after the first night of the show. They'll write about you. Anybody will tell on you. Just don't do it. The script was changed. You have permission. You've documented it. Do it. When you ask for permission, don't write a novel about all your changes. And don't say, oh, for time. They're not going to care that you want to cut it for time. What they care about, this is now a slur, or this section is doing this. Really think about what you're asking and if it's changing the meaning of the play. All right? And only use that as a last-ditch effort, writing the licensing company, writing the playwright. Write something less than 2 paragraphs of why you need this change and how you respect their work, and be done with it. If they want details, they'll ask for it, okay? Get into conversation and document everything because you're asking for a change. You don't want this to come bite you later, all right? So speed through is the first thing to do. All these things, playwright, begging, that's the last thing to do. All right, hope your holiday shows are going off well and that this has nothing to do because you've already figured it out. So, and your plays are selling like crazy. Okay? I'll talk to you again. Thanks. Please like and subscribe. I'm getting a lot of views, but not a lot of subscribers, and I need the subscribers to get the channel moving. Okay? All right. Thanks. Bye.